This is an update of my comic project and Colecovision project. It's called Orion, Son of Dave. Now, the main goal of my campaign is to raise $500 Canadian or more. I want to get my comic in the hands of a few people, and I want to sell the Colecovision game to go along with it. The comic and the Colecovision game are linked. They were both being made at the same time. When I originally made the ColecoVision game, I became a little overwhelmed with trying to complete the comic on time. Decided it wasn't really that important. It was something that was going to go into the manual of the game. Most people don't even look at the manual. I completed the game and sold it as is with a custom cardboard box, which is different than what is being offered in this campaign. The original one was based on a page from this comic, and several of the bits of artwork from this comic do appear in the game, including one of the bosses and a few of the large images in the game. My original goal was to get about 500 Canadian or more. I've reached that goal. Thank you very much for the support. I'm hoping to push it to 1,000. If on the unlikely chance it gets to $2,500, I'm going to upgrade the ColecoVision universal game case, which is a plastic case which you put a graphic insert into with a manual and the cartridge, to a more traditional cardstock, professionally printed at a professional printer. But I'd need to sell about 25 copies of it in order to justify the cost of printing that. The universal game case is perfect for small runs, 20 or less. I can print them on my high quality printer at home. But for the cardstock one, you would need to send it out to a printer, and that's several $100s to get this printed correctly, and then cut, which is pretty labor intensive. But I'll do that if people support the campaign up to 2,500 Canadian. If I break 1,000 Canadian, I'm going to throw in a free copy of the previous edition of this comic, which has 3 stories in it as well. And that was a black and white one. You can see the details of that below in the campaign. If I break 1,000, because then it'll justify me printing a few extra copies of that one to include with the order as appreciation for having supported the campaign. I'm going to just show a little preview of the comic in a Kindle form. Oh, I also want to show the ColecoVision game. So let me just show you a little bit of the ColecoVision game for a moment. I'm going to promote that to the... Let me see, how do I do that? Right here, I think that's the one. Where's the ColecoVision window? That's not it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so hit that play on that one. Make sure it's on my screen. Okay, so this is let me just pause that quickly. This is a preview. You can watch an extended preview of this on my website. It's Eris Creations on YouTube. I also have one on Rumble as a backup. And this is showing the F18A graphics, which is an upgraded palette, which is available if you have an upgraded ColecoVision. But if you have a standard ColecoVision, it'll also work on that one. It'll just not have quite as many colors available. Here I'm fighting some bats and a floating wizard, which shoots fireballs at you. Which, if you can get him close enough, you can chop him with your sword. The main gameplay is a 2D side-scroller. Platformer, as they call. Use your sword to attack. You can duck. You can jump. If you get into the crouch mode, you're less likely to get hit. There's pickups, such as a key here. That's a health, is green, and then there you can pick up a potion that you can fire to kill multiple enemies at once. So he's using it right here to kill a bunch of the snakes, which are on top of each other. Use a sword to kill off a few more of them, but if you get overwhelmed, just run away, which is always a good option. I'm just going to jump ahead and show you a couple of the quick scenes in the game. This is one major trap here. And I'm going to jump ahead to this one here. So there's about 8 different major enemies in the game. This is all programmed by me, all the graphics, and I did sound effects, etc. too. I've used some really large sprites in this game. ColecoVision is not known for large sprites. Usually you just have 16 by 16 sprites, which are pretty small, really. But I wanted to make some really large sprites. This one's a medium-sized one, which is done with character graphics. The details are not that important. You had to pick up the key here, open the door to the right. Now you can escape and climb up the chains and go on to the next part of the match. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit here again. There's various parts of the game where you have to run, jump over obstacles below, fire, and spikes. You have snake men, which throw spears at you. And then once he gets past this guy, he's going to have to go across a bridge. And the bridge is a trap, which dissolves, and then they start dumping fire on him. So you got to try to get across here while the bridge is all the way across. Very difficult to time it, and I failed in this particular version. Didn't take too much health. You have a health bar at the top. And I'm just going to jump out a little bit more till we get to... here's a cave full of spikes. They're going up and down. They'll tear up your legs if you walk across them until the little red blocks come off. You have to jump across the top and escape to the right on the... after picking up the key at the bottom of the screen. Fairly high difficulty, but I don't want to make my games too easy. I did want to show this. So again, escape from the into the den of snake men. This graphic is actually from the comic. The comic is the original source of the drawings. What I wanted to do here was make a large full screen sprite, which is not typically done on a ColecoVision. It's a much older system. Usually you just have very small sprites. I wanted to have a full screen character. And I think it turned out pretty good. In this particular case, you have to strike the large snake in the head while not getting killed, which I did not succeed to do. So this is just a quick preview. You can go through a longer preview on my website. I'm going to jump over right now to the Kindle preview, which is something I wanted to show as well, of the novels. This is something I'm working on for afterwards. I'm going to release it on Amazon Kindle after the campaign is over as a separate thing. In this campaign, I'm including a PDF, which is full screens of each comic page, but the Kindle gives you an extra option to be able to focus in on individual panels. So this makes it really nice for being able to read just a panel or two at a time. Focus your attention as I intended you to read the comic. The comic is a little politically incorrect. It's just done in good fun. It's a little offensive at times, but being a Newfoundlander, we're used to that. And you'll just have to understand that we don't mean any offense by it. We're just having a bit of fun. And I'm really pleased with the way the comic turned out, and I really wanted a few people to see it rather than just show it to friends and family only. And if you want to buy a ColecoVision game, the ColecoVision game is actually going to be worth more in resale than what you pay for it, so it's really no way to lose on it. And it helps me out, gives me a reason to make another comic, make another game. And here's the graphic from the original game when I released it a year or so ago. This new one is coming with a different cover, which you've seen in the preview and on the campaign site. That makes it a unique universal game case cover, artwork, manual, label, and that makes it a separate. And there's only at the moment 19. I only have 19 of them made. I'm hoping to sell through them on this campaign. If I do not sell through them on the campaign, I will move them over to my Etsy store. They'll be sold at a higher rate on the Etsy store. Here you can get the ColecoVision game and the comic for cheaper than it will be just for the game alone later on. So there's really no way to lose. I wanted to get my comic into the hands of a few people. It is related directly to this game. Here's another example of the artwork that ended up in the actual video game. And I'm very pleased that I got this out here. And let me just move back up to my this one here, to the campaign window. Again, I'm up to 105% of the flexible goal. That's what I wanted. I'm hoping to break 1,000 before the end of it. If I don't, I will live. It'll be fine. If I break 1,000, I'm going to throw in an extra comic. This is volume 2 of a series I was doing called Mortality in the Gray Arena. It's a reference to black and white comics. My favorite was Savage Sword of Conan. It's all black and white magazines. That one is black and white only. This one is newer one is color. But you'll get the second one for free. If I break 1,000 Canadian combined, it'll justify me printing the extra copies to throw in for free. If I break 2,500 Canadian combined, I'll put in the extra money to get the upgraded universal game cases to cardstock boxes made. Requires a bit more money to get that printed up front. They look nice. It's a lot of work to make them. I really don't want to, but I'll do it if people want me to by supporting the campaign up to $2,500, which would trigger that. Thanks very much for checking out the video, and I appreciate the support.